periods. Fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 69.5 kilograms, a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, fighting out of the Gold Coast CMBT Training Center, Tim Moore!
Tim Moore makes his way down after sculling a beer at the conference last night. I'm sure he's ready.
And walking out to sixpence none the richer. Wow, this is a throwback.
This was a song that we had after I got married. This was the song I played. So this
like
is a
the
very
walkout song?
This is a very strange experience right now.
Are you getting excited?
In what way?
You can answer that however way you'd like.
Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that. Tim Moore, really experienced MMA competitor. I like this guy. Like, I watched him fight. I watched him compete. I watched him talk last night.
He's a character for
He's
sure.
a character.
Very marketable.
I'm really looking forward to watching him go, and yeah, you know, want to see how he matches up on an MMA perspective.
Fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 69.2 kilograms, a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, fighting out of Perth, Costa Academy, Rodrigo Costa!
You know, Rob Costa, really serious guy. You know, his approach and his outlook around jiu-jitsu. You know, would you expect anything less from a Brazilian man? You know what I mean?
Like, honestly, it is hard to put the man down. I've literally seen him fight MMA, and he just walks into punches. And takes people down, and I definitely can't do that.
He's worked really hard on the striker aspect of his game. You know, he's trained at Scrappy MMA, he was training at other gyms to try to improve his skills. But you know, when Rob moved to WA, when Rob became on the scene in WA, it was because he's, you know, has world-class jiu-jitsu. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this translates.
Yeah, we came up the ranks together, so I followed his career a lot. He was obviously one division above me, but we've had a few matches together, and they've always been real tough ones, and he's always been very composed.
Yeah, he's composed, he's technical. You know, he's always competed, he's always been a gamer. You know, I watched him fight, you know, in competitions where he's going up against 120 kilogram, you know, brown belts, black belts, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've seen that as well.
Yeah, and that's, you know, when you're 66 kilos soaking wet, that takes some bloody doing, you know what I mean?
100%.
Both men take the centre of the floor, combat jiu-jitsu match about to get underway. We talked about having an MMA fight after this, which would be interesting.
Thumb wars as well.
Thumb wars, arm wrestles. We've had an arm wrestle competition apparently, which went on backstage after today, which was interesting. I won't name the fighters. Both men engage. Tim taking an MMA stance, like he was about to start throwing hands.
I think it's good to try and get Rod frustrated as Tim. You know, I think if he can play with the mind games, get Rod out of his element. Rod's notorious for being in that first gear, that he's like a tractor, you know, he just kind of steamrolls you. That's like a slow-paced gear, but just so methodical and good at it.
Yeah, you know, it's that idea that they don't make a mistake. He doesn't make a mistake, you know, he doesn't make a mistake in what he's doing, you know. He takes every position really seriously.
Correct.
And tries not to give his opponent an inch to move back in. And Rod's just taking his time. Tim.
He has, so these are 3-5s, huh?
Yeah, 3-5s, yeah. Tim, you know, looks like he's enjoying himself out there, but make no mistake, he's a competitor. You can see that. You can see that in his approach. You can see that in what he's doing right now.
If Tim goes for a shot, I anticipate a guillotine by Rod. He's very good at that left-handed guillotine.
Look, if he shoots, you know, especially without a setup, he's asking for trouble. And I think Tim's smart enough to know that. I think what you'll see is you know, an attempt to pick up the single leg, an attempt to get a reaction out of Rod. You know, and looking to tie up really. Rod's going to look to try to, you know, hit some sort of single leg entry and just put Tim into half guard and then work from there. You can see, I think you can see how the combat jiu-jitsu could end up, you know, a stalemate if one man isn't willing to commit to an attempt.
Correct.
You know,
it's much harder to set up the shots. Obviously, without strikes, you actually have to grapple. You got to take risks as the the person wanting to engage, unless
exactly
you are
right.
like phenomenal at the group fight, right? Then then you know your entries, and therefore you should have taken the person down.
Yeah, what I would like to see in combat jiu-jitsu is when they enter into this, that they allow like slaps from this position. Now that would make it real interesting. Just because you know you could start to put your opponent off. You know what I mean? And that's what I'd be looking to do. I'd just be hitting them, looking for an opening.
Add some pancreas rules.
Absolutely.
Some body shots.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, maybe that's another day. But, you know, that's also a legitimate way forward. You know, one of the best wrestlers in WA, a guy called Marcus Carney, he doesn't do anything special, but what he does is he just consistently wears on the top of your head. He's just pulling on it, pushing it, pulling it, pushing it, pulling it, pushing it.
It's a valid strategy.
And, you know, you get tired after a while of someone doing that to you, and it gives you an opening. Both men starting to commit a little bit more, looking for some more entries. 2.5 minutes remaining. Tim with the arm swing.
Tim looks like he's much higher pace sort of scenario. But you know what, though? I think Tim might be strategically trying to maybe like get a decision in the first round with this high pace and then put Rod on the back foot. Obviously having to chase him then.
Yeah, and you know, if he shades the first round, there's an option to that. But the thing is, for me, Rod's going to take his time. Because I think he knows.
Taking your time, though, isn't always the best strategy, especially when the rounds aren't that long and people don't get tired.
Yeah, look, 15 minutes is a bit of time, Mick. And the thing is, for me, I just think Rod's supremely confident in his jiu-jitsu.
I think Rod's phenomenal, too. Right?
I think he is supremely confident in what he does. And I think he knows that he's going to get an opportunity at some point on top. And when he gets on top, he's going to be able to...
I mean, looking at it now, like Rod's barely sweating and Tim is pretty wet.
Yeah, well, it's all the beer. All the beer from last night coming out for sure. Yeah, I really like, I really think, you know, you look at someone, you think, you know, you'd enjoy training with them. I think I'd really enjoy training with Tim Moore. I would, honestly.
It seems like he would just go for wild things.
MMA, mate, I reckon it would be a real good little crack up, a real good case of punchy. And yeah, you know, one of the fighters has to take a risk here. Rod had an opportunity for a single leg there and he let it go.
I've seen Rod compete in MMA, and when he does get like his body locks, he's very, very dangerous with it.
Anytime Rod Costa gets his hands together, you've got a problem. You know, anytime you let Rod Costa get his hands around you or onto something in a 2-1 position, you've got a major problem. And the guy just doesn't make mistakes when he starts to enact the grappling game on him. And that's the thing. So many improvements or transition of position come from mistakes, you know what I mean? But
from that frustration, right?
Yeah. Rod doesn't make them, you know. Rod doesn't make them. 30 seconds left in the first round. Both men, very much a stalemate so far. Very tough, very difficult to call that first round. Either one could win it, shade it with an attempt right now with 20 seconds remaining. You know, get on top or try a takedown. Just try something.
There's Rod with that body lock.
Big mistake.
There's Rod with that body lock.
Big mistake from Tim
He's
Moore.
so good from here.
Big mistake from Tim Moore there. Tim got caught in two minds.
Tim's attacking the legs, though.
He is attacking the legs. But he got caught in two minds there. Tim, he really did get caught in two minds. Beautiful work. Be careful. Oh, he's come up. Looking for the guillotine. 4 seconds left.
Left-handed guillotine.
Pulling it tight. 2 seconds to go. That is so deep. So deep.
That round definitely has to go to Rod now.
A sign of things potentially to come. Tim can see the danger there. You can see the danger when Rod gets his hands around you, locks those hands together.
He's got a vice grip on him for sure.
Yeah. Tim went for an inside strip there, but then ended up getting his back taken. Just a mistake, a very, very small mistake, but Rod was onto it, quick as lightning, and that'll give Rod a lot of confidence coming into the second round.
I agree. And Rod, no stranger to obviously fighting in rounds, similar to Tim.
Yeah.
And looking at the two men now, Tim's definitely at that high work rate. Rod looks like he's just shifting into his second gear.
Yeah, Tim's got to fight this second round real smart. Look to make Rod make a mistake in terms of shooting or in terms of his attempt to enter. And Rod must be really confident he's around up right now. And I think you're right, the strategy of trying to edge your head in that first round through doing a lot of knotting was a good idea. But right now, Tim's the one who's going to have to do some running here in the second round.
Yeah, I think, I mean, from speaking to Tim in the interview and speaking to him yesterday, he looked like he definitely had a strategy coming into this match.
Yeah, Tim.
While Rod is more so more, not so much in the moment, but strategically, like just not going to make mistakes and just going to come forwards and just win on his own terms in his mind. You know?
I think Rod, and he's all. And look, this is not specific to Tim. I think this has always been Rod. Rod is supremely confident when we enter into those grappling positions that he's gonna get what he needs. You know, and that's the thing, when you have that confidence in your ability, maybe you think you have that difference of level with somebody. Then, oh hey, nice attempt by Tim Moore. That was beautiful. That was a nice effort. Low risk attempt, but
he
you
definitely needs to start
set it up.
these low risk moves to try and get Rod tired.
Yeah.
He needs to try and get Rod tired because I think right now it's the efficiency is going to Rod's favour.
See, one thing with Rod with the head-to-head position is that if you become more aggressive in your snap downs and also try and move your person offline, you can get yourself into a position where you can get the front headlock. You know, and it'd be interesting to see Rod in a front headlock position. To see how he counts defensively, to see how he works from, because people don't put him there. But the thing is, right, is that when you're standing that high, that's what you're absolutely trying to avoid. But you're looking for a reaction, you're looking to change levels, looking for that reaction and faking come back up top.
Rod, ever since I've known him, though, has always stood pretty much dead straight tall. He wants people to shoot on him.
He wants the guillotine.
And now he's got that left-handed guillotine. He's very good from here. I'm expecting a jumping close guard at some stage.
I've seen him guillotine much bigger men from this position. There's the jump as you expect, and that looks nasty. It looks super deep already. Rod's pulling it tight. Tim's got a long time to survive, 3.5 minutes. We're just under 3 minutes. Rod's bending the neck
very
now.
Strong from here.
Yeah, there's a little bit of sweat. No, it's so deep, so deep. There's the tap. Rod Costa
He's out
with the win. Out cold, Tim Moore.
Maybe just a small little unconsciousness.
Just a little nap.
A little nap.
We move. Great win for Rod Costa. Really assured. Do you want to?
You go.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by submission, fighting out of the red corner, Rodrigo Costa!
So I'm here with Tim. Tim, obviously things didn't go according to plan. You came out here game. You came out here with a very high pace in the first round. You got to feel Rod out. What are your thoughts on the match?
Oh, fuck. It pretty much went how one of the worst case scenarios that we sort of trained for. So, fuck, we didn't train for it hard enough, but by the looks of it. But no, Rod, like, I've said this all camp, like, I asked for a match with Rod because he's the best. And he's like me, we're just going to fucking scrap the best dudes and not be cowards and ask for these easy fights. Like, a lot of these dudes like Darcy and fucking all those Bronx.
So anyway, you mentioned things about a potential MMA match with Rod in the future, thumb wars potentially. What's on your mind in regards to that?
Oh, I'm definitely keen to fight. Like I said, like, Rod's one of the best. I probably would rather an easier fight than Rod before Rod, but I'm game. So fuck, if he's good, I'm good. Let's fucking have a crack, eh?
Well, I thought you looked good out there, man, and thank you for coming. Rod Costa, the man with the most dangerous left-handed guillotine. Is that pretty much how you envisioned the match to go?
No, I wanted to risk a little bit more, but that's how it ended up, yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting potential takedowns into some slap positions. I think I did see one slap.
Yeah, that was the worst combat jiu-jitsu match.
What do you think's next for you, man? Is the pursuit more grappling, more combat jiu-jitsu, MMA?
Just before, on the topic of the fight, I've been walking wrestling a lot, and I'm looking forward to coming back here in the next one and putting you on a little bit more wrestling, a little bit more exciting match. But in terms of what's next, I'm at the end of my competitive career. I think me and Tim are about the same age, you know. So I just want to get as many competitions out there as I can. Jiu-Jitsu, MMA. I'll definitely take his MMA fight, and I don't take it personally. I want to compete the same as he does, and I got a match with Ali that fought today here, end of October, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to competing with as many good people as I can.
I know you don't think that was the most exciting match, but I think the dangers that you impose with your style, and especially that guillotine, obviously we've seen it before, can lead you down a path where you'll just kind of catch it, right? So in regards to that, man, thank you for coming on the show. Let's see you on again, and all the best for the future, bro.
Thank you. Cheers, bro. Thanks, guys. Thanks for everyone from the gym, all my friends, everyone that supported me. We had a great day at the gym today, so congrats to everyone that got the belts. Thank you.
You have a professional Rod Costa with another comprehensive